All right. So now we just finished doing Middlemarch from west to east, and so now we are going to go east to west. It's a little different, but absolutely stunningly beautiful. You know, GoPros never pick up exactly what you're looking at. You just need to get out here and experience it for yourself. It's stunning. Southern Arizona is stunning. All right, heading back. Coronado National Forest. This is that quicker section that we ended on here. Running different tires too on this particular bike. When I bought this bike, this guy was turning 81 years old. I was selling it 230, and he wanted that 230, and he was willing to trade me for this DRZE. It was an amazing deal because the 230 was great. He wanted to keep on riding. It was a little lighter, a little lower, so he really wanted it. He also used to own one a long time ago, so he just really wanted it. So anyhow, I made him a trade for it. But regardless of how I got this bike, sorry. I don't even remember what I was talking about. That's so funny. Oh, tires. Yeah, there we go. I was talking about tires. He had these trials, these Pirelli trial tires on them, and he just said, before you take them off, because I said, oh, I'll be taking those off right away, and he goes, before you take them off, run them. He goes, they are super sticky. And I went, God, with all the sand up here, I just don't know. But you know, the guy's 80 years old. He's been running a long time, riding a long time. So I decided I'd just take his word and go for it and see what it was like. And I gotta tell ya, I don't know, but I might be a convert. These things are super sticky. I mean, they do. There's a lot of rubber hitting the ground. And yes, you think, okay, when you hit deep dirt, it's gonna suck. But they really don't. They really don't suck in the dirt. I'm really surprised. I'm going to test it later on this afternoon because I'm going to take a run through another part of Coronado National Forest that's kind of by all the camping ground and actually leads to where Cochise signed his surrender documents. And there is a lots of sand there. See, here's this second gear, and I just feel like I am lugging to the point where you feel like you're gonna stall it. And obviously, it's just me. It always is just you. Well, not always. Gearing can be just different. I'm used to a certain bike. This bike just might be like this. It likes first gear up this kind of stuff. rocky, 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 rock. And lots of these little rocks that are just big enough on a turn to punch your front tire sideways really quick. And that's why, first of all, you need to be watching where you're going and picking a good line. But second of all, why you need a little bit of momentum. Too slow is not your friend up here. You got to go slow because you got those side-by-sides, but there's a nice little middle ground that you need to find. This will teach you really quick that you look where you go. You spot one of those little baby head rocks and you sit there and you stare at that thing. Here's a really loose section, and next thing you know, you hit it. So I like to spot, look away, spot it, look away from it. And that's kind of my, when I do things like this, that's what I do. I'm looking for my line. So what I'm doing is I'm spotting the obstacles that I need to make sure I don't hit, and I'm looking away from them. A hairpin. Even on uphill, I still take that thing slow. Notice I even sat down for that, and I don't even need to. But this is a classic example of fear. When I was first learning how, I had well, actually I was on my 690 at that point, so I had a little bit of time underneath me, but not much. But I was coming down that hill, and I was not light on the brakes, and I hit the brakes, and it felt like ABS was on. I don't know, but it kicked, and I locked the front brake up. Of course, what happens when you lock the front brake up? You go down. There's a classic example. I would not have wanted to shift going up that hill. I would have liked it if the bike could have just lugged me out of it. Or maybe I just need to be in first gear. But it kicked and I went down, and it hurt. I didn't hurt anything or break anything, but man, my neck hurt for a while after that. And so now every time I hit that particular turn, I get scared and I sit down. So here we go this way. This is top of Middlemarch going east to west, and this is your view. Absolutely freaking stunning. Rotate the camera up just a little bit more. I want you to see the terrain, the road, but I also want you to get a shot of this view to make you come down, make you want to come down. Alright, so now we start the backside of Middlemarch. But motorcycling is all, I think one of the things that I love about motorcycling is it makes you confront your fear. The bike wants to take care of you. It really does. You know, I don't mean to make the bike a sentient object of any kind, but it really does. I mean, when the bike is moving, it wants to stay up, straight up. It doesn't want to fall over. It can handle a lot of hits back and forth, and if you're on the gas, man, it's just going to want to straighten right up again. So I always say the bike wants to take care of you. We are the one thing that stands in between that fact. So, you know, it's all about overcoming that fear. The fear, the whole idea that when it gets a little hairy, that to hit the front brake, hit the gas. Give it a little bit of gas. Don't hammer it. Give it a little bit of gas, and you'll find that your bike just goes straight up. See how loose and rocky this is, and it's not hard. It's just, you know, if you're hard on your front brake, it's going to be hard on you. So I want to kind of pull over here. It's a path that way that I've never taken before. Or maybe I have, but I think last time I did it I was on a four-wheeler. The reason why I'm doing this is I want you to get a good feel of what this is like. If you stay in these paths here, you're going to be good. It's going to hit these rocky areas, and it's just loose rock. No big deal. You can see there's a turn there. And if you're in the loose rock, it's going to make that a lot more difficult. But, you know, if you just take it easy, you stay in the tire lanes, it's pretty compressed, and you'll make it pretty easy. This is a wash. This summer we had so much rain, and you can tell here that it just eroded this whole thing out coming through here. And so in the summertime, when you're riding, you'll find that the terrain changes on a regular basis, or a trail, or even a two-track that you've been running. Here we go. Perfect. Hit that side of your tire. Boop, boop. You're not going down as long as you're on the gas, but it's going to shake the front of your bike up a little bit. But it'll change. The topography will change, and you'll be like super comfortable going down a trail, and then all of a sudden you'll hit a huge rain rut going straight across that thing. And man, if you're not on it and you're not ready to loft that front tire, bounce the bike and loft that front tire, you're hitting and you're going over. And that has happened to me before, and that was not fun. I did not break the rim, fortunately, but it was not fun. See, I'm not even going fast through here, and you don't need to if you stay in those areas. This stuff here, I'm going to give it a little bit of gas because it's going to get a little looser. And I'm just going to want the bike to roll over those rocks. because the bike will do that. Of course it will. Everybody knows that. But too often we get scared and we slow down. And we don't let the suspension do its job. And that's what the suspension is there for. It's going to take care of all those little rocks if you're moving. Anyhow, Middlemarch coming down. Watch out. Ooh, rocks. So much fun. You know, and the funny thing is that where I gave it more gas, man, it was super easy. The bike, the suspension on your bike just kind of rolls over the top of that stuff. So easy. It's so fun. Where when you go on slow, your bike is just bouncing back and forth. And when you got a little bit of speed, your bike just goes whoop, up and over. So much fun. Oh my gosh. Love riding in southern Arizona. Love riding everywhere. But man, if you have not been riding here in southern Arizona, and when I'm talking about, this is where this is kind of in between Benson, Wilcox, Cochise Stronghold, that area. Tons of vineyards out here. I think there's 18 vineyards out here, so you know, bring your wine lover with you, even if that's just yourself, of course. And do some riding, and in the evening go. You know, and the cool thing about up here too is if you want to, a lot of the vineyards out here, especially my friend from Birds and Barrels Vineyards, Chad, you can camp at his vineyard. So you can go camp at the vineyard, ride from there, hit all this stuff, hit a ton of trails in this area, go back, sit out on his huge, beautiful porch, I guess. I don't know what you call it. Just beautiful. And look out over the vineyard, watch the sunset, and drink some wine. Some award-winning wine. So this is very good. Now I am running rim locks in these tires. So I have these things down to 10 PSI as well. Nice thing about rim locks, on my 701 I run about anywhere from 15 to 18, and I don't really have any problem with tire slippage or anything. Getting a little bit warmer. the view over the valley. So much fun.